We own Jekyll Island State Park, the citizens of Georgia, the future generations. It's only to everyone's benefit to know what's going on here, to have an opportunity to experience it if they choose to, and come here if they choose to. But certainly it's a public asset, like all our public assets, that we need to share a role in protecting.
We had a very strong citizens association when I moved here in '83, and it did the job that the initiative to protect Jekyll Island is doing now.
When the development issues or redevelopment, revitalization issues were first brought up back in 2004, the meetings that were being held and the information that was being gathered was only on Jekyll Island.
Those plans will impact the visitor experience. Visitors themselves should be asked or surveyed or sampled about what they envision as the island's best future. So since that wasn't happening, my wife got the idea to form an organization that would go out and try to solicit visitor input.
We like the undeveloped kind of state park atmosphere where there's not big hotels. We could go to other islands or places where we live in Maryland where it's just lots of people, lots of big hotels, and we wanted to get away from that.
There's always going to be the prospect that it's overdeveloped or will become overdeveloped. So I think those of us who care about the park's environment need to be aware that that could happen. We've been through one cycle of strong potential for that. Now we seem to be in a much better phase, but we need to keep our eyes open.
I think Jekyll Island's kind of unique. It's hard to find places that aren't so overdeveloped along the coasts and along the beaches, and sort of the marshy effect as you're coming over.
Here you have motor access by way of causeway for a vast majority of, you might say, average Americans, average Georgians, to gain real appreciation for the natural coastal ecosystems that have existed for thousands of years. We think that's critical in developing appreciation for those systems and support of the laws and the budgeting necessary to keep them protected.
I would be okay with a little bit of development, but not a lot. I think that the draw for this island is the fact that it's been kept in its natural state.
People who are interested in Jekyll Island State Park, appreciate it, value it, should follow very closely what goes on here, because we've learned that citizen involvement and citizen input does count.
Hopefully people will continue to guard this little precious gem and care for it.
Because of its very special nature as a public park and a barrier island which is not overdeveloped, it needs to be kept that way.